All right, if you go to sportscardstrategy.com, you can click on the links to subscribe to the YouTube channel and join the Facebook group, and that will allow you to drop me a question. You can either comment on a YouTube video with a question, or you can drop any question into the Facebook group, Sports Card Strategy, and I will answer, and I will likely answer on the show. So let's go to the YouTube channel first, youtube.com/Paul Hickey. Daniel Cage asked a question about factoring in your eBay profits in terms of your taxes. eBay will be sending a 1099-K for 2022. This is for for 2021 taxes. They're going to be requiring that if you have a $600 or more in sales for the year in 2021, which pretty much anyone would have that if they sold any cards on eBay in 2021, that you have to enter in your EIN number or your social security number. So I had to do this. That means that they're going to be providing you tax documentation and providing tax documentation to the IRS. So this just means that you have to, when you file your taxes, you just have to declare on your additional income declaration form the number that you sold, the gross number that you sold on eBay. And we've heard Mike from Sports Card Nonsense talk about this in just about every episode. Everybody asks it. I think that it's something that you absolutely should do. You have to just declare your amount on your tax return, and then you'll be fine. Now, Daniel also asked about when I do my P&L spreadsheet, my profit and loss, my projections, profit and loss spreadsheet on my investments. That's the video he's commenting on. He's commenting on a video that I did about my NFL RPA flipping and the total amount that I got back. He said, did you factor in your eBay fees into the profit? And I factored in all of the other stuff, but not the eBay fees. And so that kind of led me to think, okay, in answering the question about the taxes, the number that I'm going to declare is going to be the total number that was actually deposited in my bank account, right? Because that's the total number that does not include the eBay fees. So you should not have to include the eBay fees in the number that you declare, if that makes sense. But yeah, I know that this is the right thing to do. I know that this is the thing that you should do. If you don't do it, I think that, my understanding of the worst case scenario is that you could get audited and then have to pay that money later after the audit, as well as some kind of audit penalty. So I would just go ahead and do it and then sleep well at night and keep selling cards, baby. All right, so moving over to the Facebook group, Ben Albury asked a great question, and then Fred Jensen answered kind of saying, hey, I agree. I'm not really sure where to start with this. And the question is, Ben was listening to a recent Sports Card Investor episode, and I happened to hear this episode myself, and Jeff Wilson was talking about investing in vintage cards. The question is, other than Hall of Famers, how do you find other players without really knowing a whole lot about baseball, or maybe having followed baseball back in the day? Vintage wise. And so he said, does anyone have any helpful hints about this? I see random raw and graded cards being sold on eBay, but I don't want to buy something I don't know about. I totally get it. I'm the same way with like Pokemon and Fortnite, F1. I don't know that much about those kinds of situations related to maybe buying and flipping what might be hot. So in terms of the vintage investment, he and Fred Jensen are kind of wondering the same thing. My advice is to go to something like a baseball record book. And so baseball-almanac.com is one idea. And have some fun doing some research. Look at things like batting average records. Who had the highest batting average in a season? And do they have cards? What do their cards look like? What's cool about Baseball Almanac is it shows it by position. And you might think that all of these guys would be no-brainer Hall of Famers, but I don't think they necessarily are, right? So you could find some gems just by going through baseball major league record books, most seasons with X amount of home runs, right? So it'll break it down for you in terms of most seasons with 50 or more home runs in a career. Most seasons with 40 or more home runs in a career. Most seasons with 30 or more home runs in a career. Baseball record books are pretty cool to take a look at, and I think you'll find that while you can definitely get lost in the baseball record books, you could find some obscure records or just more actually legit records and find players that you never heard of that may or may not be in the Hall of Fame, and do some research on their cards. I think that this is where I would start, and I would have fun with it. But I think, the real answer is that if you don't know about something, you have to learn about it. You have to do the research. I think you guys know that. I'm just pointing you to the spot where I would start. I think this could give you an interesting list of names, and then you could further your research from there. I hope this helps. Thanks for asking your questions, guys, and please continue to ask questions by going to the Facebook group. To join it, go to sportscardstrategy.com and click on Join the Facebook group. I'll let you in. I'll answer all your questions. Or just drop a question on this video on YouTube, and I'll answer it too. All right. Thanks again, everybody, for watching and listening to today's show. I am Paul Hickey with NoOffSeason.com. This has been the Sports Card Strategy Show, brought to you by MarketMoversApp.com by Sports Card Investor. Go there and save 20% on Market Movers app by using the promo code NOOFFSEASON, all lowercase. And don't forget that you can now make money off of our Sports Card Investment Report at NoOffSeason.com/invest. For anyone that you refer, you can earn 30% of the money that we collect from your referrals. To do this, to get started, go to nooffseason.com/affiliates. nooffseason.com/affiliates to start making money by helping refer people to our Sports Card Investment Report. Everybody, I'm Paul Hickey with nooffseason.com. Thanks again for listening to the Sports Card Strategy Show. Have a great day.